What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mixdan, and if you guys have been living under a rock, or you just don't know what's going on in the Dead by Daylight community, Behavior released a teaser for the next chapter, and we already gave our thoughts on that, and about 99% of the community believe that the next killer is going to be a Wendigo. Now, some of us have high hopes that it's going to be a Wendigo from the Until Dawn game, but there's a high probability that that is not going to happen. But we do still believe it's going to be a Wendigo. Wendigo is not a trademarked creature. It's just like a vampire, a werewolf, a mummy, a zombie. Anybody can use any of these creatures, and that's what I believe Behavior is going to do with the Wendigo. So in this video, I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory on exactly what Wendigos are, what their abilities are, and how that could translate into the game of Dead by Daylight. So, if you're not aware, the Wendigo is originated from Native Americans. It's a legend as to where someone is cut off from civilization and they have to resort to cannibalism to survive. So they have no food, no water, no supplies, and the only way they can survive is to eat one of their fellow tribesmen. So when this person performs this cannibalistic act, they are transformed into a monster or an evil spirit, as described in some traditions. And when they become this monster, they are forced to walk the rest of eternity craving human flesh, and they can no longer become human again. So they have an endless hunger for humans, and they are stuck in this beastly form. There are many different variations of the Wendigo throughout Legends, so let's go over their physical attributes. So the first one is the same Wendigo that we see in the Until Dawn game, and basically it's a tall, pale humanoid with elongated limbs. This is more of the traditional Wendigo that we see in most movies or TV shows, and it's also the Wendigo that I believe we are going to be getting in Dead by Daylight, just because of the color of the hand that we saw in the quick little teaser. But other stories describe the Wendigo as a well-fleshed giant who gets proportionally larger the more it eats. And according to other legends, the Wendigo has pointed or animal-like ears with antlers or horns sprouting from its head. So what exactly are the abilities of the Wendigo? Well, of course, the Wendigo, as you would expect, has heightened strength, speed, and stamina. They also have heightened senses, so their vision, their sense of smell, and their sense of sound are all heightened. And in some legends, the Wendigo has the ability to change the weather, and they also have the ability to control wildlife. So we just went over what kind of abilities a Wendigo can have, so let's try to translate that into Dead by Daylight. Okay, so in a past interview, one of the devs said that there is a killer coming that is codenamed the Crawler. Now, I think that the Crawler is going to be the Wendigo. Now, if you have played Until Dawn, you know that Wendigos, they get on all fours and they can crawl. So, my idea for his ability is for him to get on all fours and crawl on the ground. But when doing this, he's going to be too low to actually see anything, right? So my idea for this is he's going to be the first killer in the game to where he activates his ability, he gets in third person mode, just like a survivor would. So when he gets in his crawling mode, he switches to third person mode. Now maybe he has a speed boost with his, his crawling mode and it's on cooldown, or maybe his terror radius goes away when he's in crawling mode. But regardless of the fact, he's going to have a third person mode. What do you guys think about that? Let me know down in the comments. I really like that idea. I think it would actually change the game up a lot. Okay, so we got his ability out of the way, his crawling ability. Let's get on to his passive. Now, I think this works perfectly for the Wendigo, as he can control the weather, right? Now, the Wendigo is all about the cold. We all know the Wendigo is from snowy regions. So, my thoughts are, he has an ability similar to Freddy's, that over time, the survivors get cold. They will physically start to shiver, physically they will start to get louder, and I would think they would get more skill checks, or the skill checks will be harder for them. So, in order to, warm up, basically, to get the frozen effect off of you, the survivor is going to have to run around the map and maybe hover over fireplaces or campfires, something along those lines to warm up. I think that's a good idea, but, I'm not a game developer. Let me know what you think about that passive ability. So let's get on to what his perks could actually be, okay? So I have a great idea for his first perk. Now, I don't have any names for these perks. I'm just telling you guys what I think would be good perks for a Wendigo. So, we all know Wendigos crave human flesh. So, what about this, guys? Anytime the Wendigo interrupts a healing action, whether that be between two survivors or a solo survivor, he gets a boost in speed, or just a boost in actions. So he can vault faster, he can, he gets a little speed boost in walking, he can break pallets faster, kick gens faster, something like that. So every time he interrupts a healing action, he gets a token. And, however many tokens they want to do, this is just off the top of the head, I think that would be pretty cool. Interrupting healing because he has bloodlust, he craves human flesh, so anytime he, interrupts it, he gets a speed boost. What do you think about that? And for the second perk, it's got to do something with his mimic ability, right? So I'm thinking something more on, his terror radius in this game, because, you can't really mimic cries or, survivor noises, especially with Survive with Friends. So let's say maybe every time he kicks a generator, his terror radius fills the entire map. Or anytime he downs a survivor, his terror radius fills the entire map. Something along those lines. Once again, guys, these are all off the top of my head. I haven't really thought them through, but, let me know. And for his final perk, this goes hand in hand with his animal manipulation ability, where he can control wildlife. Now, this would have to be a hex perk, because this is going to be a very strong perk. Anytime more than one survivor is working on a generator, they get a crow around their head. Now, when they leave this generator, the crow will stay on them for a certain amount of time, and the killer will get, feedback as to where the survivor is. It would be kind of like how crows circle AFK survivors that stand still too long, but instead, you're going to get crows for working on a generator with another person. Once again, guys, I know that's a really strong perk, but let me know what you think about that perk in the comments below. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. It's the first video of this type that I have made, and I would really like your feedback on if I should do more videos like this in the future. Just let me know in the comments below. And be sure to hit that like button if you like this video. Also guys, if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all the latest Dead by Daylight news I'm bringing you. Plus, I do a lot of gameplay and build guides as well. And as always guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.